gentlemen, and welcome to the Smark Tank. I am Shannon Epstein, not recording alone, but alongside the wondrous one, the guy who wonders a lot, Bob Black.
I wonder. What
do you wonder about?
I wonder that if
you gotta let them know. I've done 2 podcasts now. They don't know who you are anymore. The fans forget.
You'll forget. I'm okay with that.
They said the average time span of a WWE fan for forgetfulness is 3 months. Alrighty then. So let's get to it. Let's talk pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling.
It was kind of quiet and dull this week, right?
That's very.
Yeah.
That's a very.
This is all right.
It's a very.
I mean, leading to WrestleMania.
Yeah, there's a couple things.
I feel like they should have done a better job this week.
I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up from the mic a little bit to just announce Daniel Bryan's back.
Yeah, that happened.
That thing occurred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to edit this out a little, and just have you screaming to my mic.
Yeah.
But I don't want to let the fans inside of what I do.
I mean, I could. That was me being tame. That was me holding. That was me holding back. That was me.
I definitely reported it on my little solo projects.
Yeah.
By the way, that's going to be a thing now, ladies and gentlemen. That's a thing that I'm going to be doing by myself. I'm going to be doing quick 15-minute reviews. So if the hour and a half long form thing isn't for you, and you only listen to 20 minutes of this anyway before you're like, oh my God, these guys are annoying the shit out of me, that's what you go listen to. You go listen to that. And if you love what we do, and you love me and Bob and our little back and forth commentary, you should write in and let us know at wearesmarks@gmail.com or at our Twitter at ILikeSmarks. Or you can even write to us on Facebook at facebook.com/ILikeSmarks. Also like to remind you guys to check out our buddies at the Nation of African American Wrestling. But other than that, yeah, Daniel Bryan's back. I mean, no big deal. Whatever.
I'm not gonna release the full
Super Saiyan
mode of Daniel Bryan being back.
I do want to make one other announcement. I think we're officially on Amazon Alexa now. So if you want to listen to us on your flash briefing, you can look for Smark Tank and we'll be there. You can enable the app, which I forgot to say. But I've been working hard on this, and it's taken me like a month or so, or 2 months to actually get it done. But I think I finally did it. So when you load up the Smark Tank, it'll say in pro wrestling news, and then you'll hear either me or me and Bob or one of our wonderful podcasts that we do each and every week. And I hope you guys do it. Listen, have fun. We're also on iTunes and all that other shit too. So I worked hard on all that. Do it. Listen to us.
Listen to us.
I don't know if you're not listening to us already and you're hearing this. I don't know how you're hearing this. It's in your mind.
Listen to us. And if you have friends, tell your friends to listen to us.
Hell yeah.
And then tell their friends.
We got that crazy pro wrestling banter going on.
Yeah.
All right, so Daniel Bryan's fucking back. I mean,
Daniel Bryan has returned. The world is a better place.
I agree, actually. I have to fucking really agree with you on the fact that the world is a better place.
My God, the world is a better place.
We talked about it a couple podcasts ago about how him getting pushed out due to injury meant that there was a gap. A gap. There wasn't a torch that was able to be passed because he was the one that we chose.
Yeah.
He was the one that the fans chose. Hogan was the one that the fan chose. Stone Cold was the one that the fan chose. The Rock was the one that the fan chose.
Yes.
Triple H eventually he moseyed his way in there for a little bit.
Yes, sort of, yeah. CM Punk. Cena for a while was the...
Yeah. Well, Cena before CM Punk.
Well, yeah. Well, Cena for a while. And
Cena, CM, and then Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, then Daniel Bryan.
And then it's Reigns.
They're
shoving Reigns down our throat, but we're a little resistant.
Yes.
However, on this podcast, we have not been anti-Roman Reigns, but
yes,
I haven't necessarily been pro Reigns, but I like him. I think he's good.
I'm definitely not anti Reigns.
No, I'm not anti Reigns either,
unless it's Luther Reigns.
Well, look, that's unfair because Johnny Mundo did give him some cocaine in the 90s and
Luther Reigns.
What a fucking asshole Johnny Mundo is.
The reign of terror.
That he's like, yeah, I'm going to expose Roman Reigns. And then everybody's like shitting their pants. And then he's like, all right, I got nothing, guys. I got fucking nothing.
Johnny Mundo?
Fuck that guy. You know, I'm talking about the drug dealer.
Yeah, because he had nothing.
That's his name, Johnny Mundo, right?
Yeah,
he's a fucking asshole. What a dick face. Why would you fucking do that?
I don't know if his name is Johnny Mundo, because Johnny Mundo is also John.
You're talking about
John Morrison,
John
Hennigan. John,
who's awesome.
He's great.
Who's fucking one of the most amazing wrestlers.
I don't know if it's
planet.
Johnny Mundo. It's Johnny something, but it's not. I don't know if it's Mundo. Mundo is John. There's a specific guy named Johnny Mundo. And that's not. I don't know if that's the same guy. So,
but you know what I love is that the same day that he announces he's medically cleared to wrestle, he's already taking bumps.
He's taking the.
He's like, "Fuck you guys! Throw me on that goddamn fucking apron."
He's not taking like as sick a bump as like Shane McMahon took, but he's still taking a pretty sick bump for somebody who.
You think that's a sick bump? Him getting power bombed on the apron? I hear that's really soft, actually.
The apron bomb, it looks sick.
It looks sick, but it's not.
And
that's
the haluva kick is also like it's not.
It's not as friendly as it looks.
It's not as friendly. I mean, it's definitely not. It's definitely not super dangerous because Sammy's a very safe wrestler. But
yeah, like Sammy looked like I don't want to hurt Daniel. He just got back.
Like
I mean, so did Kevin for that matter. Kevin's like, I don't want to do this, but your guys are all making me do this. You're making me beat up my friend now.
We're kind of here now. I mean, but like it was like realistically, that like those bumps. Only because he was out with concussion problems, we're kind of like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm super comfortable with him taking that haluva kick. Oh, I'm not.
It did look like that, but I saw when Daniel Bryan was selling in my mind, he was smiling.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. He was like, yeah, let's do it again. Yeah, come on. Wait, Kevin, where you going?
I haven't done this in years, guys.
Come on, Kevin, one more time. One more time, Kev. Come on, one more time.
I felt like that was where it was going in my imagination.
He was definitely like doing that in his head. He was like, yeah, one more time. Come on. We still got like how many more minutes on SmackDown? Like 2 minutes. Come on.
They stretched him out on the mixed match challenge. Yeah. They're like, fans, we're sorry, but we're still reeling in from the fact that Daniel Bryan just got his ass whipped and was whipping some asses, drop kick to drop kick, corner to corner.
So good.
But all right, right after this, we're gonna have Miz and Asuka versus Team Little Big, and I was like, oh man, that's good. I like when they sell the angle into the next show. I like when they do that.
Yeah, it's a good moment.
Let's talk about what's real for Daniel Bryan and in his future. Is he going to be oversaturated by Black? Is he going to be on every week to the point we're going to be sick of him?
He's going to be on, but I don't think he's going to.
So is he going to ride out this GM role for a long while?
He definitely will. I know that. I mean, let's be real. He's not working a full 200-date schedule for WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, WWE will not let him work a full 200-day schedule.
Well, because you want to preserve your biggest star, you know.
And right now, the number that they're throwing out is like 6 matches.
From what I understand, he still has not signed a new contract.
No, he probably will sign a new contract though. What I'm saying is that he's probably gonna, like right now the number they have him is cautiously six matches a year, which is like around the same thing that Shane does currently, like 6 matches a year.
Okay.
So you build the storyline to a match for him, like over like a month, 2 months. And then he has a big match.
Right.
Like he has a match at SummerSlam. He has a match at Mania. He's like Triple H at this point. And that's fine.
Do you think, though, I mean, given the fact that he had a retirement injury and had to retire and now has come out of retirement, that's why they're treating him like that?
I think yes. And I think we'll see that.
Because at one point they treated Shawn Michaels like that.
They did, yeah. And then they let him.
They were like, all right, Shawn, you're on a full schedule now. You're doing house shows. You're doing whatever you want.
Yeah, like we'll see. Like if this first 6 months goes really well, or whatever, like the first year goes really well, you can see them. I definitely will.
Yeah, maybe they'll upgrade him to SmackDowns.
Yeah. I definitely see
SmackDowns and pay-per-views.
I will definitely see them because like the Shawn Michaels thing automatically came to my mind. It was like Shawn Michaels started out like,
oh yeah, they were taking him super serious. They were like, this is a non-sanctioned match. Oh yeah, WWE has never had a non-sanctioned match except for that match.
Yeah, 5 matches a year or some shit like that, and then
Well, he was out for 4 years. Shawn Michaels. He was like pretty much retired.
Yeah,
at that point.
He had legit that back injury like took him out of wrestling. He couldn't there was the questions whether
adjusting my mic, people.
There are questions whether he could even work that Stone Cold match in Mania because he was in so much pain. I mean, there are other questions of whether he was going to actually do the right thing and drop the title. Because he's also at that point very difficult and like was on like drugs and stuff. And,
you're talking about like the end of the beginning of the end for him, or the first end.
Well, yeah, that's like really when he stopped wrestling for like the first time.
Well, in his book, he said he actually like at one point was going to march through the door during Stone Cold's press conference and yell at them and like just go off.
Yeah, because his body was fucked up. Like his back was hurt. He talks about like how he couldn't get off the couch. He just wanted to lay on the couch because his back hurt so fucking bad. And like there was questions about whether he would make it to, is it WrestleMania 14?
Right.
Or is it 15?
I don't remember. It was so many years ago. Yeah. I can't possibly remember.
There was question about he was going to make it to Mania and to be able to drop the title to Stone Cold, and if he was going to drop it anyway. So I think it's similar to like Shawn Michaels in that moment. And who's another one who like came back kind of part time?
I think 15 was The Rock versus Stone Cold.
Yeah, Ric Flair is another one who kind of came back part time. And then they upgraded him to...
So it was 14.
Yeah.
It was WrestleMania 14 that they had the match. Yeah. Thank you, Google.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, even, like, Flair, when he first came back, it was kind of, like, part-time because he was older, and then he came into a full-time schedule.
Right.
You know, so it was, like,
I can't believe Flair ever came into a full-time schedule. He was, like, old then.
He was old then, yeah. And it's, like... So it's, like, if he can show that he can stay healthy, take safe bumps, be safe... Like, you know, they're going to be super cautious with him, obviously. But, like, if he shows he can be, like, super safe and they don't have to worry about him, they'll upgrade him right away. They'll be like, yeah. Because why wouldn't they want Daniel Bryan in their matches? He's a mega draw.
He'll make your live shows have more attendance. Like, he's that kind of guy at this point.
Yeah. Not only that, there's a whole reason why you allowed him to wrestle at this point. Is because you didn't want to lose him to the Indies. Because you knew what the fuck was going to... I can't say that like I know that for sure, but like the reality is, if he left and went to the Indies,
he was wrestling.
Yeah, he's gonna wrestle, and ROH shows are gonna sell out, like bigger shows than every show would have been an all-in for ROH with Daniel Bryan as their main draw. Yeah.
Now, what makes Daniel Bryan not want to do that though? That's the thing that really gets me, is that like. I kind of want to see him go to the Indies and fight Kenny Omega, Marty Scurll, and Cody, and the Young Bucks, and like I want to see him go there and do all those things. I want to see him fight Naito.
Sure.
I want to see him go and fight what's his name, the one who has the World Heavyweight title. I can't.
Okada. Okada. Yeah.
I want to see him
Dalton
fight Okada.
Chase.
I want to see him fight the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Dalton Chase and of ROH. Austin Aries has also been wrestling in ROH.
I wouldn't even mind him fighting Jay White. I'd like to see all
Jay
these
Lethal.
things.
Do you see him against Jay Lethal? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think it's that he's older, and he spent like 20 years in the Indies.
Yeah.
So it's like
probably already fought these people. Yeah, and I'm just not thinking about it.
Yeah, like he could go back. He could, but it's like he's
the best of the Indies are kind of in WWE at this point. Yeah. You have like Shinsuke, you have AJ.
There's some still on the Indies, right? But like a lot of them are in WWE right now, and he's kind of like he's 36.
He doesn't want to hustle to make the money. He wants the money.
Not that he would have to anyway, but like
you kind of do though when you're on the Indies. Yeah. You got to bring your own merch to certain places. You got to like that's what Kevin Steen, who has now changed his name on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, said when he was on the Indies. He would be bringing his merch stuff everywhere. You know, he was making a lot of money. Yeah, he was making. I think he said close to or a little bit more or a little bit less on certain days than what he was making in WWE already, but he had to work hard for it.
Yeah.
So is Daniel Bryan in that boat? Yeah, he would have probably had to work hard for it.
I mean, he probably would have made more than anyone had ever made. In the I mean, because he was coming at this point. He was a brand unto himself. He is legitimately.
Yeah, he doesn't need the Bullet Club either. He doesn't need that.
Yeah, like he's like it would have been like Shawn Michaels at the highest career decided to go to ROH. It would have been like, okay, ROH is suddenly a thing now. That's just life. Life is
much, yeah.
It's like when like the Outsiders left and went to WCW, and then suddenly WCW was like a real thing.
That's what it did for WCW actually.
Yeah, it was like, okay, now WCW.
And not to mention they had a great angle going into WCW. But and you can do the same thing with Daniel Bryan and ROH or NJPW or whatever. I mean, NJPW has been desperately trying to get that WWE stardom because it is a thing. Like, they wanted Rey Mysterio to go in.
Yeah. I mean, well, they also realize that WWE's raiding their talent pool constantly. They're not stupid about that. They're not dumb to that.
Yeah, it's only fitting that they would rate it back a little bit. Yeah. For, like, these guys who, like, Alberto's on the Indies, why not get Alberto Del Rio to go there? Sure. That's a draw. He's a draw.
So I mean, my thing is like this. Yeah, he's gonna.
The number one rule about wrestling in general is just putting butts in seats.
Pretty much, and also like his wife is really connected to WWE. Brie Bella is like super connected to WWE.
Yeah, she's on. He is too. He's on Total Divas. He gets money from that, obviously.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the family gets money. Like all of his
Johnny Ace, his mother,
fucking Nikki and John Cena. Like
that whole family is loaded. Probably
WWE to the core, and it's like he's honest about like his relationship with Vince is kind of like real chill, but like and he's not like super close to Vince like Cena is. Cena is like super close to Vince. Sure, but he's always like I'm a little like still kind of like Vince McMahon is still Vince McMahon to me. He's kind of like this huge guy. And like he missed that.
But Daniel Bryan sticks to his guns.
Yeah,
and that's why he's getting what he's getting right now.
Oh yeah, and that's why Vince McMahon
because he's like, fine, you don't want to let me wrestle. You want to be cautious to your shareholders. Yeah. You wanna play it safe with me. That's fine. My ass is out the fucking door.
I'll just leave. Yeah, and it's like I think the reason
they were like, what did they offer him? Like $3 million? That he turned down.
Yeah, he turned down $3 million. He's like, cool, $3 million for 2 years.
Just to be an on-screen character. Yeah. He's like, fuck that.
And he's like, yeah, I can just go and like. So he's like, he's gonna make his $3 probably more millions.
I wonder if there's stipulations in his. Well, he didn't sign anything. If they were to be like, all right, look, we're gonna give you, or maybe they did and we just didn't hear about it yet.
Right.
But I wonder if there's a stipulation where it's like, if you stop wrestling, you don't have to, you don't have to stay here.
Sure. I mean, I don't think that. I think Daniel Bryan will like. If something big happens, he'll probably just retire. If it like gets bad, he'll retire.
I mean, having brain concussions and not able to move your fucking arm up and down is pretty major. Yes, that's retirement shit.
That is retirement shit. But like he went through he went to all these like
he did a lot of cutting edge medicine apparently.
And he worked and he worked, so it's like it's working. And I think that if it ever stops working, he'll stop working.
Right.
Like I don't think he's so far gone where he's like, I love wrestling to the point where I will rather die. He's like, I have a daughter.
Well, that's like that indie movie, The Wrestler.
Yeah. He's like, he has a daughter now. He loves his wife.
Yeah, absolutely. But he knew that he could reverse this situation with medical, with the science.
Well, with medical science, and he changed his working style. You
wouldn't be able to tell from SmackDown though.
Yeah, no. Well, I could tell he worked like there's a lot like even,
it looked like he was more aggressive actually. Like he was being on the beating end.
It's the way he took the way he takes the bumps now. Like he doesn't do like the shotgun dropkick anymore. Like that's what he used to do. The shotgun dropkick where he falls on the back and it hits the back of his shoulders and his head.
Yeah.
He like even in the German he didn't.
Like, he did it where it would hit the shoulders more?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Like he's very like it's like very much like protecting the head. Like the way he takes bumps, he's protecting the head.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
He should.
He should, yeah.
Absolutely, he should.
And
because I would rather see more of Daniel Bryan than less and have something look better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like he shouldn't be doing like the fucking flying headbutt anymore. The suicide dives. Like he's like
he can do a Stone Cold Stunner as his finisher, and it would be fine.
Yeah, you should do
at this point.
He could do a Tope Con Julio. He just do a tope or something like that, or just like a normal jump over the ropes.
Sure.
And like let people catch him. He doesn't need to like do crazy shit anymore because that's.
Well, I think he's gonna still probably give you a show to watch.
Yes, absolutely.
No matter what. Like if Daniel Bryan's in the ring, you're in for a treat.
Yes.
So whatever. We'll see what happens. About his opponents.
I think Ziggler is definitely a feud.
Yeah, you think? Who gets over in that feud? You know,
I feel like Ziggler probably goes over only because
I don't think he should. That's the thing. Like, I feel like if you're gonna see a match with Daniel Bryan's winning all fucking day.
I feel like the Miz is definitely something that needs to happen. They need to finish that feud. It's
good though. Now
it's been 2 years.
Yeah,
it's just like now. Next time Miz sees Daniel Bryan, he's just like, "Hey, Daniel,
what's up, man?
What's up,
How
man?
are you, man?
Yeah.
Remember we had that discussion?
Congratulations. How are you doing?"
And he could just go right up to him and be like, "You still wrestle like a coward to me."
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Yeah, you play it safe.
I'm a coward.
Yeah.
I'm the Miz, and I'm freaking awesome. Why don't you get in this ring and prove it?
Yeah, no.
You know?
They need to pay that. AJ Styles, they probably need to pay off him and AJ Styles because they've have like a sort of pseudo.
They had a lot of matches on the Indies.
Yeah, and they have like a weird sort of like pseudo like friendly rivalry thing going on because like the Flat Earth and like the little subtle digs that they had. You know,
Can't believe that AJ's a flat earther.
He's not a flat earther.
I thought you told me he is.
Well, he said they did that for talking smack, which is another thing I think they should bring back now that Daniel Bryan can wrestle. They should bring back Talking Smack.
No, they should have brought back Talking Smack before he could wrestle. I think that's the best show they had.
Oh, it was the greatest show they had. But
it was like the highest rated on the WWE Network. Like, why would you cancel that? Whatever.
Like even like now that he can wrestle again, it's even better because he can still talk shit
and be like, you know what? I'm not on the sidelines anymore. I'm medically cleared, Daniel Bryan now. So keep talking to me.
Yeah, come on. I'd like to kick your head in. Yeah, like that would be fun. Like now you can pay off all this.
Speaking of things that are like, why did you do this, Vince McMahon? Why did you take this off, Vince McMahon? I'll transition. I'll use a segue.
That's a segue.
We'll segue right into the ultimate deletion. Vince McMahon, why did you take that off of Hulu?
McMahon.
Why did you take that off of Hulu?
Did you take it off of Hulu?
It was not on Hulu. I was very clear about that this week on my solo thing. I said, what the fuck is this? Why is this not on Hulu? This is your main event. And why is Michael Cole apologizing for this? This is your main event. What's happening?
It's trending for like 3 to 4 hours on Twitter.
What?
The ultimate deletion. People were just talking about it for like hours.
Well, you know
not
what?
just in America, like in other countries too. People were talking about it for hours.
It did a lot for character development on both sides.
I thought it was fantastic. It was great. It was like it gave you enough of broken hearties without going into overkill.
Yeah, I mean, like doing a 15-minute ultimate deletion. Hell, doing even like a 20-minute would have been okay.
Yeah,
you know, and then like maybe having a real match as a payoff to that would have been fine as well.
Sure.
Because when I went to MSG, Matt Hardy faced Bray Wyatt and lost.
Sure.
Now, that doesn't count because it wasn't on television, but there has been a lot of talk about that MSG event that I went to, actually, because they were talking about AJ Styles' injury and this, that, and the third. Look, these things are recorded on the internet somewhere. Sure. So, like, if you go to, I think there's a website, it's like records.com or some bullshit. I don't know what it is, but it has a record of every wrestler and their matches and their wins and losses. And I bet you if you look on there, you'll see a lot of Matt Hardy losses to Bray Wyatt.
Yes, you will. Probably, because they did have him lose a lot.
Yeah, but now Matt did the ultimate deletion on him, so I guess he wins the feud?
It's a great way.
He didn't win the battles, but he won the war.
You won the war. It's a good way for them to get ready to reboot Bray Wyatt. It's a great way to get Matt Hardy over, to finally kind of fully introduce the weirdness that is Matt Hardy, broken Matt Hardy.
That was really ballsy on WWE's part.
And they went
I'll give them props on the fact that they allowed it to make air.
Yeah, it went full tilt. It was good. People liked it. People engaged with it. The question is now: Did Vince like it? Will Vince allow?
Well, this is his toy box. We've talked about this.
Yeah,
and if he doesn't like these toys, he's not going to play with them.
Yeah, because
He'll only play with them if the fans are really into it. You know what I mean? But then again, there's no guarantee that he won't pull a Ty Dillinger, you know, because he hates the 10 chance.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, he buried Ty.
He did bury
He buried Zack Ryder. He can bury you if he wants to.
I mean, yeah, he will, and he has. So.
I mean, he tried to bury Daniel Bryan. Let's be honest. Daniel Bryan lost in 7 seconds to Sheamus at WrestleMania in the pre-show.
That's what sparked his run. That's legitimately what they were like.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, there's no guarantee that that's going to work every time. There's no guarantee that the fans are going to get behind you every single time that Vince decides he doesn't like you anymore, because it's not working for Ty right now. Nobody gives a shit about the fact that Ty Dillinger is fucking buried right now.
Yeah.
So why are they going to give a shit about broken Matt Hardy? Maybe because he was big on the indies. But, you know, the WWE machine is different than what's going on with the indie machine. So
yes. I mean, I'm just reading Matt Hardy's response to Vince McMahon's possible reaction to the Ultimate Deletion.
Right, where he wants to challenge him.
Well, no. Well, he doesn't know.
Essentially, he wants to challenge him.
He doesn't know if McMahon liked it or not. People have been asking about it. Like, they're like, well, there's stories that Vince McMahon hates this, and he's been like, I have no idea if he liked it or not.
But he challenged him on Twitter.
Sure, yeah, no, I mean that's what it says. This is what it's saying over here. He's he's like, if McMahon has any issues with it, I certainly have a spot here at the Hardy compound where
to bury him. Yeah,
where I can delete him. Yeah,
I love it. I would love that actually. Yeah. Challenging McMahon is fun. I mean, he's 70 years old, but I doubt those Ultimate Deletion style matches are actually straining. You know,
I think it's great. I think it's. I mean, like you said, there's a difference between the indie world and the Fed. Yeah. Right? But McMahon brought the Hardy Boys in. They brought the Hardy Boys in for a very specific reason. They are the hottest thing on the Fed on the indie scene, and they basically kept TNA afloat for like a year. Essentially,
they were so stupid to not resign them. They should have resigned them.
Yeah, I mean maybe like 2 years at this point. If you really want to go back, like they kept them going. They had 3 of these deletion matches in TNA. And
because he was trying to reinvent himself, Matt Hardy. He was like big money Matt Hardy at one point. Yeah. That didn't work.
And every one of those matches got bigger and better, and people responded even better to it because it appeals to a certain segment of a certain part of wrestling that has kind of been lost, which is...
It makes it an art form.
It's not just an art form. It's... Wrestling in like the 80s and early 90s were about big, absurd characters.
That's true.
Like, you didn't ask questions why this guy, The Undertaker, is like this undead demon, like ghoul, Grim Reaper guy.
And wrestling was real then.
Yeah, and wrestling was real. And people bought that shit. Like, you thought Nails was legitimately... a fucking criminal, a convict, and it's like a big absurd, and no one blinked an eye. No one called the fucking feds. They're like, the big boss man's here. He's gonna take care of it because the big boss man was a cop. Like, and it's like
the big boss man's gonna take care. He's a Georgia fucking federal county prison guard.
Yeah, and like you bought it. And like yes,
I bought the shit out of that as a fucking 5-year-old.
And the Ultimate Warrior was possessed by the warrior spirit, and that's what made him super strong. And like,
I'm gonna talk about the spirits of the Ultimate Warrior.
Like as like you bought it.
Papa Shango was a voodoo god. Yeah,
like
he made Ultimate Warrior sick, and I cried. I remember.
He communicated with the Loas.
You remember when Ultimate Warrior threw up that green vomit?
Yeah. Diesel was a truck driver who was like a badass, and like he was best friends.
That wasn't the 80s though. That was like the late 90s. I think I want to say 90s.
You know, Razor Ramon was like cocaine dealer from Miami.
He was Scarface. Yeah,
he was Scarface. But like you bought it. There was a certain big.
He looked real like. Yeah. When you see Scott Hall from like the 70s Scott Hall and then 90s Scott Hall, you're completely different people.
Completely different people, yeah.
He almost looked like Magnum TA.
When he was in Japan, he's just like gigantic. Yeah. With like the blonde hair and the mustache. Oh yeah.
Like that's Scott Hall?
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is that guy? That's not Scott Hall.
Hey yo.
You know, but like he's great.
Today,
but, you know,
I am Razor Ramon.
It's like what they did in the Ultimate Deletion is what Bray Wyatt had to when he first came into the WWE. It was like like the sense of a character that is bigger than life, and it's weird.
That's what made me watch wrestling.
And it's weird, and it's like, it's ridiculous.
Bray Wyatt made me watch wrestling again.
Like you
let that be on the record.
You accept that this is absolutely absurd.
Love it every minute of it.
But you accept it because it's fun. It's fun and it's escapist, and not everything has to be Stone Cold realistic, where like Stone Cold comes out and kicks.
Well, Stone Cold would take Broken Man Hard. He's like, I don't give a goddamn about your stupid deletion. I ain't got no computers at home. What?
Yeah, and even Stone Cold is like kind of a bigger than life character. He's like stronger than like that character in real life would probably end up getting his ass kicked way more than he would end up winning fights. Like, let's be realistic. Like Stone Cold did like some of the stuff he did in real life, where he like ran in and like hit all, like tried to take on the entire corporation by himself.
Yeah.
Like,
he would get his ass kicked by the entire corporation.
Yeah. But like in wrestling, you can suspend your disbelief and be like,
because he has a chair.
Because he has the equalizer. He's the equalizer. And he's the baddest.
The great equalizer. The steel chair. It's like the one guy behind you just hits your head.
Yeah.
And then the equalizer.
Like Mark Henry's in there. Mark Henry is like.
He's the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Like legitimately. He's like legitimately.
He'll whip your fucking ass.
Kama Mustafa at that time, who was the Godfather, was legitimately like 280.
Yep.
Like Farouk was 280. Bradshaw was like 6'7", 250.
First of all, half of these men are professional football players.
Yeah, former professional football players.
They will
big.
Fuck you up.
They're big guys, but you believed it because his character was big.
It's not even that you believed it. You enjoyed the storytelling of it.
Yes, you bought it. And like that's what a storytelling is. It's like suspension of disbelief. And what the Ultimate Deletion does is it suspends your disbelief to the point where you're like, this is absurd, and I know it's dumb, but I love it anyway.
Exactly.
And like that's what a lot of
that's wrestling in the 80s.
Yeah, and that's
wrestling even in the 90s.
And what it showed is like there's still a place for that kind of storytelling in modern day wrestling, alongside more realistic storytelling.
There's a big place for that.
Like that's why the fucking demon gets over.
Right.
You know?
But why I say it's an art form is because at the very end of the Ultimate Deletion, there is the symbolism of the inflatable globe in Bray Wyatt's hands.
Yeah.
And he says, you have the whole world in your hands now, Bray.
Yeah, he finally gave Bray Wyatt what he wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was nothing.
But yeah, it was very good. It was
the symbolism there was just so, like, honestly. Even from a college fucking film standpoint, really fucking good.
And I mean, it also was like, all right, he has the whole world in his hands. You have the whole world in his hands. You finally got the whole world in your hands, and now your character, this character, is now pointless. It got what it wanted. Now it can be deleted, and something new can come out.
Right, and then he didn't get reincarnated in the lake of reincarnation, right?
Yeah.
But I did say on my Raw review, I said that I think instead of him being reincarnated right away, he does be reincarnated through video vignettes and say, Bray or Matt Hardy, you think this is over, but you did throw me into the lake of reincarnation, and I am reborn. I am woken now.
Yeah, no, and they should give him back his cult. They should give him back his cult because he needs that shit.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be the leader of it or be an enemy of it.
Interesting, yeah.
But they were talking about him joining the Woken faction.
Oh, really?
They had put that up. I like that idea, but I don't like it as much as I like him as a rival and continue the feud. Because this is the first time, like, this feud's been going on for months, and this is the first time this feud had any energy.
Yeah, it's true.
So I have been very critical of it, and I've said some really bad things, and all of it was true in my book. Until this final Ultimate Deletion.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say final. The Ultimate Deletion.
There's going to be more deletions, hopefully.
Really do. I mean, you know.
I will see. I hope there will be. I think there will. I think that this is a test run. And they put it at the worst hour, the worst viewing hour for Raw, and it did well.
Right.
And they got a shit ton of social media response. And it may not necessarily be Vince's cup of tea, but Vince
knows money.
Vince knows money. And
well, there was a ratings drop though.
It was like 400,000 viewers dropped.
Was it during the final deletion?
It was like
before.
It was before. It was like right before, like as they were entering the third hour, which is whatever. That's literally.
But the people stuck around during it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
you know,
it is what it is. I personally am like, they need to keep doing stuff like this. They need to keep taking chances on weird characters. Right, I would love to see Finn Balor in an Ultimate Deletion match as a demon. Like they kick him into the lake of reincarnation. He comes out as Prince Devitt, and they're like, he's like, what the fuck is this? What's going on? Like that would be cool.
Right.
And it would not be weird because, like, unlike the House of
Speaking of that, it was weird that Miz just outed their indie names, Prince Devitt. Yeah. Or he said Prince Nevitt. Prince Nevitt and Tyler Black. He did call Seth Tyler Black. It was weird that he did that.
Yeah, he definitely called Tyler Black. I like that, though. I like that Miz, because Miz is kind of, at this point, very shooty when his promo, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, it felt in character, but it was just like, oh, that's weird that he would do that.
They've been acknowledging other companies quietly.
Well, they've been acknowledging the fact that they take people's names or give them new names. Yeah,
Yeah. But like, I would love to see like Finn Balor in there. Like like because there's like or like someone else who's like has a like kind of a larger like the New Day in Woken. Matt Hardy.
So I wanted that Xavier Woods thing to pay off with Bray Wyatt. Yeah, that never paid off. No. Xavier just got over it in one match, and that was it.
You know why? Because it was Bray Wyatt, and this is why House of Horrors and that New Day angle didn't work, and the Ultimate Deletion does work, is because it's self-aware. Ultimate Deletion is self-aware. It's aware of how absurd this is, and it loves it, and it buys into it, and it's like it winks at you. It's like, this is stupid, right? Yeah, you like that, right? You like how stupid this is,
right?
You like how stupid it is that Brave Wyatt can't find me even though we're hiding in like fucking graves, like we're like doing like Looney Tunes and like fucking Benny Hill shit.
Yeah, like, do you remember Scooby Doo?
Yeah, and he's just like, you're like, yes, I do like this. This is actually kind of funny because the whole thing's a work, and every wrestling fan knows this will work now.
Yeah,
so. While the House of Horrors and all this other shit was so serious, you're like, oh, this is ridiculous. This should be played for laughs. Why is this not being played for laughs? Why are you wanting me to take it seriously?
Well, yeah. Once you realize that this is you're not to take this seriously, then the House of Horrors match becomes amazing.
It becomes great. It
becomes like cult classic match. Yeah. Actually, it becomes better than some of your great pay-per-view matches over the years. Yeah. And you go, remember that stupid match? Let's go watch it.
Yeah, it becomes the dungeon.
The Owen Hart dungeon match, which we talk about all the time, which was self-aware of how stupid it was.
It was probably the best match.
But that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Like we will talk about that match. It's like children playing wrestling.
It becomes Fashion Files when it first came out before they beat it to death.
Right.
Where it was like, this is actually refreshing because of how ridiculous it is.
Sure, but the Fashion Files is like kind of like throwaway segments. They never really committed to Fashion Files like in the way that they did in Ultimate Deletion. They committed to it. I give them props on that, but they didn't fully commit because they removed it from Hulu.
Yeah. I mean,
that's upsetting.
That's upsetting. My thing is like. With Fashion Files, you had something interesting that people really, really were latching onto because it was ridiculous and because they're like, everything is so serious all of the time. We want something ridiculous.
Right.
Something to just make us laugh. And that's what the Fashion Files were. And like, you had this whole build up where you're like, who beat up the
Ascension, or who beat up Tyler Breeze
and Fandango,
who beat up Fandango this week.
And it was like, everyone knew it was supposed to be the Bludgeon Brothers, and then you just kind of bailed on the angle, and I was like, that's dumb. Why would you do that?
It doesn't help anybody to bail on an angle usually. You just go through with it, even if it fails. Just go through with it, but don't like completely drop an angle. I hate when they do that.
Yeah, just go for it. And it's like they went for it in Ultimate Deletion, and it was great.
Well, speaking of things that were edited very heavily, let's talk about Roman Reigns and how when he comes out on Hulu, he gets cheers, but when he comes out in real life, he gets boos.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's the dumbest thing ever because when you go to another town, or not even when you go to another town. Like when you're a casual fan and you actually, your WWE's in town and you want to go, and you see everybody booing him, doesn't that make you wonder why is everybody booing him? I thought Roman's a good guy. It doesn't make sense. And then you watch even the WWE Network on a live stream, which they can't edit the cheers out or boos yet. I mean, but why would you even want to do that? Why would you even invest in that technology? It's not historically accurate.
I don't know.
You're essentially trying to make propaganda.
I liked this Roman Reigns angle that they did on Monday.
I'm not talking about the angle.
No. I'm just I'm prefacing that. I like the angle. I like this. I like the spots with Lesnar. I even like the fact that they like handcuffed him and he beat up the fucking federal marshals, which is like federal crime
with axe hammers.
Yeah, federal crime, guys. I was like, oh my god, Roman Reigns is legitimately going to get arrested now because that's a U.S. Marshal. He just hit a federal agent.
That's not. They weren't real.
Oh, well, I know. I mean, I know that, but like, if we're gonna be like story, if we're like taking story into real life. You don't hit a U.S. Marshal because
that's like years in prison.
That's 7 years right there. 7 years just for hitting a U.S. Marshal.
If you hit a bus driver, it's 7 years.
7 years.
Any service member of the United States government in any way, you hit them, you get 7 years.
7 years. So I was like, okay, that's suitably ridiculous. Fine. And then Lesnar comes out.
Well, how many cops did Stone Cold beat up? He never beat up a real cop. You could always tell which ones were the real ones and which ones were the kayfabe.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, especially if he was in like MSG. Yeah. Like, you never beat up those fucking regular cops.
I thought they were gonna do like a Haku thing where like they throw a shout out to Haku when like the story about Haku breaking the handcuffs and running away from the cops, which would have been really great.
Yeah, well, he is a wild Samoan, right?
Yeah. And Haku fucking was the wildest, but I was okay with it. What I don't understand is definitely when I watched the video on YouTube on the WWE channel, there's very, very loud cheers when he came out. I was like, that's okay. That's interesting. That's weird. And then I watched the highlights without, like, there's just, like, unedited highlights. And it was, like, very subdued cheers. Some, like, kind of boos. Like, Roman Reigns' normal reaction. And I'm just like, I don't get why they, like, put in, like, this artificial cheering for Roman Reigns. They boosted.
I don't understand either. But I think the casual fans who will just surf their YouTube channel will just buy it and be like, "Oh, he was getting cheers this week."
I don't get it.
There are people out there who don't listen to podcasts that fans talk about wrestling like us.
Yeah,
like they won't. They'll just not care.
And
they'll be like, "Oh, I like my Roman. I like my Finn. I like my Triple H. I like this."
You know what it does? It makes the whole segment weird.
But that's for us, you know what I mean?
No,
I don't know who's benefiting from these inserted cheers. That's what I don't understand. Yeah. If there is like an actual metric that I could see that says like, okay, you insert these cheers, people will cheer him when they go, then all right, I guess it's working. But to me, it's not doing anything. It's not helping. Yeah, why don't you stop being a pussy and like let him just fucking be a full heel at this point if they're gonna boo him?
I don't get it.
Or at least a badass. Let him be a badass like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If it like that should be the way this fight really gets promoted. I mean, it's like badass fighter versus badass fighter.
Well, that's what they were kind of gearing towards.
But it wasn't. It's not working. No, it's not fully working. It's like I'd say 50% working at best, which is fine for the most part. But you want your hottest feud going into WrestleMania to be the hottest feud going into WrestleMania. Like, I think Lesnar should take some fucking blades. You know what I mean? He should take some blading. Like, we should get some fucking color going on.
Get some color.
You know, like fucking some crazy sick chair shots. All I've been seeing Lesnar doing is hitting people with chairs. That's great.
That's great.
Why isn't Roman? You know, Roman tried to get the chair and hit him with the chair.
Well,
you know, but he was all cuffed up.
He was all cuffed up.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. What's your feelings about this Roman Reigns thing ultimately?
I like the angle they're going with, where with him, he kind of like, I'm just tired of being the guy who like wrestles every day while Lesnar gets a huge paycheck. It's a good angle.
Yeah, it almost feels like that Teddy Hart angle that we saw. You patronize these people. These people pay their hard-earned money.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh, this is good face promo. I really liked it. I like Teddy Hart's face promo.
It's a good red meat baby face promo.
Yeah, I loved it actually. I was like, oh, I haven't heard a good face promo in a while. Like
good old fashioned red meat baby face promo, which is like
you mock these people. These people paid their hard-earned money, and I'm like, yeah, I did pay my hard-earned money.
Like just like straight up like old school Finn Balor, we are NXT promo. You're like, oh yeah, we are NXT. That's right.
That was good at Darrow's Extreme Fitness too.
Yeah, but I like the angle. I think it's gonna be great when Lesnar loses the title and we can have normal matches again. When they don't have a match every 2 months because Lesnar doesn't show up.
So, well, there's an opposite argument to that, which is the Mick Foley argument, which is why is the title defended every month? The UFC title is not defended every month.
That's fair.
So I don't know. There's another argument. I don't have the strength in me to make it because wrestling's fucking kayfabe.
Sure.
And I think it's a wonderful format the way it is, where the title's defended frequently.
Sure.
But there's another argument where people would say, having the title off of television builds anticipation and it builds momentum. So I don't know.
I would say this. I think the reason why I would argue against, like, the champion, the title doesn't have to be defended every month, right? Because in NJPW, they don't defend the title every month. But the champion should be there. You know why? Because
he's representing.
Not just he's representing the brand. It's like wrestling as opposed to MMA. You connect with characters. It's all character work, right? So the one thing that is hard for a champion to do when they're not there for like months at a time is connect with the crowd. And like Brock Lesnar has a brand of his own that allows him to kind of do that. And he has Paul Heyman, who's fantastic.
Well, Paul Heyman can be there when he's not most of the time.
And they talk him up a ton. So like it kind of works, but like it just can't replace having a wrestler present in the building.
Right. Connecting
with the fans, engaging in the storyline. Doesn't even have to defend the title. He can be like, you're not good enough to defend the title. You're a little bitch. And then that's basically a Brock Lesnar promo at this point. Like, you shut up, you little bitch. You don't have even worth the title.
I thought that was Roman Reigns saying that.
No, that's Lesnar. Like with Brock Lesnar, what do you think about Braun Strowman? I think he's a little bitch.
He thinks everyone's a little bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I don't think they let him on the mic anymore, because all he wants to say
curses at people.
He's angry. I'm Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna get some beer. I'm gonna go home, have sex with Sable, and lift up some track.
He sounds like that guy from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
You don't go home every night and have sex with Starla. I do. It's like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you do. Go home and have sex with Starla.
You're a little bitch. And then, and now Roman's kind of starting to do that, which is fine, because someone needs to do it. Someone needs to be that guy. And like, if you're not gonna use him to be a red meat baby face, you might as well have him start call people bitches.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he did try to do that at one point.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
So
he's a little punk ass bitch. I like that. He's from Florida.
Well, they're gonna have to make a. Once they give him the title, this is them firing the trigger at this point.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to make a decision what they're gonna do with him.
It worked. It already works.
Otherwise, he is going to lose it so quickly to someone else.
He needs to go full tilt into like himself, who he is as a person. Like,
this is my yard.
Yeah, this is my yard. I'm from Florida, dog. I don't give a fuck. But like that, it works for the Usos. The Usos are just being themselves. Like times 11, and it's fantastic.
They are really working well,
and it's fantastic. It's like, what you gonna do, Us? Like, I don't care about no blushing brother. Like, I don't give a damn. And people are like,
speaking of which, he did have a loss this week to Luke Harper.
That's
a very clean loss.
A very good match. It's a very good match.
It was a quick match.
It was.
So I wouldn't call it a good match. I would call it okay, that fucking just happened.
It did what it had to do. Yeah.
Well, it showed the threat that is Luke Harper.
Yeah, it showed the threat that is the brother.
It just was so clean for me. So it depends on what you want to do with them. If you want to make them a dominant tag team and they keep winning, then they're going to get cheers.
Who, the brothers?
The Bludgeon Brothers, yeah. But if you want to make them like a heel team and you want them to get boos, then he should have did something a little dirty to get that win.
It doesn't.
A little dirty.
They're such a ridiculous gimmick at this point.
It's over though.
Yeah, it is over. That's why it's over. They're so ridiculous. A, because everyone knows that they're the Wyatt family. B, which is A is probably like bigger than everything else.
I think they're stronger than the Wyatt family.
No, they are stronger than the Wyatt family. But like, there's no way that you can be a wrestling fan who's been watching for the last 3 to 4 years and not be like, oh, that's Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Oh yeah, they're in the Wyatt family.
It's just Eric and Luke now, of the Bludgeon Brothers.
It's like, wait, but you guys are in the Wyatt family. No, we're the Bludgeon Brothers now.
Yeah, we did that, but we're here now, guys.
But like Bray Wyatt needs your help. Why don't you go like help him?
He's a piece of crap.
What are you talking about?
He lost. I'd eat him.
He was your leader. He was like
I lead him.
What? What are you talking about? Like that? Like these are conversations people definitely have in their head when they see the Bludgeon Brothers. They're like, but
I mean, who's the biggest out of the Wyatt family now?
Braun Strowman.
Yeah. So like Braun Strowman would eat Bray Wyatt at this fucking point.
Like so it's like there's a part of you who's like, okay.
So leaving the Wyatt family gets you over, but being in the Wyatt family, even if you're the only Wyatt, doesn't do much for your career.
No.
So
it's like, all right, that's already a thing that makes people be like, that's weird. Okay. And then they come out and they just like wreck people, Kane and Undertaker style. So it's like, and it's usually faceless jobbers. So at this point, they are over because they are a funny monster gimmick. And like they are like legitimately a good tag team. People like that. So they should just keep going with what they're doing. I don't understand. Like, there's no like you can't make them villains. You can't make them faces. They're just.
I think you can sway them in either direction.
No.
Yes, you can. Very simply. Very simply, actually.
I don't think.
But if you just want them to be the monster gimmick, they're actually going to get over.
That's who they are at this point. That's what you.
Then they're gonna get over.
Yeah.
So then, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't like having the dun, 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 like we're evil. You know, like that is not. That's not what it should be.
I think we're already past the point where like
it should be like a fucking Brock Lesnar type of theme. Like
they should join the Woken Hardy gimmick because
I wonder if they were to expand that faction. You know, like would it consist of like Bray Wyatt or people that he beats? You know what I mean? Kind of like the Z Fighters, where like every time Goku beats somebody, eventually they're on the same team as him. Because
they're a gimmick that's so ridiculous that they belong with the Woken faction at this point.
We'll see. I don't know.
What were their promos? Their promos with them in the woods smashing things with
it's like Gallagher's promos.
You
remember Gallagher, the stand-up comedian who smashed the fucking the watermelons?
They're like, we are angry at the world, and what we're gonna do when we come there is smash things. And it's like, okay.
I think that was pretty accurate. Yeah. I think that was their promo.
Yeah, right, Eric. Right, I'm gonna smash some shit, and then like that's it.
Well, all right. Well, I don't want to get off on a tangent here. Let's talk about, you wanted to talk about the women and how they're promoted on both shows. You wanted to talk about the Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss versus the Carmella, Charlotte, Natalia thing.
Yes.
So talk about it. Tell me what's on your mind.
The Raw women are presented so much better than the SmackDown women. And it actually kind of makes me sad. And the Raw women are not even presented all that well. Like, I love the segment between Bayley and Sasha, and I like how they're slow burning it to like get to that match at Mania.
Is that what's happening?
It feels like it.
Okay. That card is already pretty stacked. Like if you just go with what it is right now, with the addition of Daniel Bryan in the Shane tag, it's already good. It's like it's a fucking stacked machine.
Yeah.
So,
but it should be very good.
Because then you're also gonna have like Nia Jax,
Alexa Bliss,
and Alexa Bliss. Like, how many matches are you gonna have on this fucking card?
My thing is like this. I feel
there's already 11 matches announced. Like my if I was going to this, I'd be tired.
Probably. It's Mania though. You should.
There's already 2 fucking triple threat matches for the mid card titles. That's so copy paste. Ew. Ugh. All right.
Yeah. My thing is like the presentation of the girls.
Yeah. You think they're giving a little bit more love to the Raw girls than the SmackDown girls?
I think they're marginally giving the Raw girls love. and they're just kind of completely crapping on the SmackDown girls. So it's like the Raw girls are only getting a little bit more love.
There's only one match that's really relevant, and that's Asuka versus Charlotte on SmackDown.
Yeah,
everything else is bullshit.
Everything else is bullshit, but it's like
it's all leading to the women battle royal.
Yeah, but they're not investing any time into it, really.
I'm gonna call it the China Women Memorial Battle Royal.
It should be called the China.
They won't do.
Yes, but like they're literally not investing any time. Like the Nia Alexa Bliss storyline is compelling as shit.
Yeah, it is.
It's like really good. Like I wanted her to like after like Alexa got away to beat up Mickie James in the ring to be like, this is what I'm gonna do to you. I'm like, yeah, do that to her. You know, like right. You know, tell that biscuit butt. You know, but like,
man, I miss fucking face Mickie James. Yeah. Actually, I hate the fact that she's like a lackey again. That's so disappointing.
But it's like on SmackDown, Carmella comes out, almost cashes in, gets kicked in the face,
and that's it.
And you're just
that's the angle.
And you're just like, what is going on? When is she going to cash in this goddamn Money in the Bank that she's had?
Mania, I told you, it's going to be a Seth Rollins. Like, come on, you wait to the grandest stage of them all when you have the most attention to cash in.
Well, Asuka apparently is not going to lose until the next WrestleMania.
Really?
Apparently, they want to build to her Ronda Rousey next WrestleMania.
I mentioned that actually.
Yes, apparently that's the plan.
I had already mentioned that on my Monday podcast, my Monday Night Raw review call. I said, I don't know. I said if Ronda Rousey has at least 2 of the 3 elements that you need in order to be a star, she's going to be a complete and utter success. Which is, the first one is having wrestling ability. Second is in mic promo, and the third is booking, just good booking. All around.
She has like 2 of those 3. So
that's what I said. If you have 2 of the 3, Ronda's going to be very successful.
Ronda's going to win a lot, and she looks like she can work in ring. We'll see.
They're promoting her a lot better than when they first started. Yeah. There was a lot of resentment, even from me as a fan, towards her. Like, why are you out here during the Women's Royal Rumble?
Yes.
It was very upsetting.
But
now they're putting her in her lane. Yeah. I think she's gonna after this. She'll start at the bottom of the card and then work her way up. She already had like a segment, like an exclusive, where she beat up Dana Brooke.
I like that.
Not Titus Worldwide Dana Brooke. Little Miss Piggy Dana Brooke from NXT.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll call her that because, first of all, I don't think she's Little Miss Piggy. That's just what they called her. I personally think she's very attractive.
She's fine.
I personally think she's very attractive.
I have no problem with her.
Yeah, no, she's beautiful to me. So, but whatever. With that being said, let's talk about Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke was great this week.
Need to face, baby.
His English was so much better.
That's something that we talked about here,
yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, like his English was so much better, and like the promo delivery.
It wasn't like staggeringly better, but it was good enough to get the promo where it needed to go. Yeah. It's all about that enunciation.
It's enunciation. You can tell that they're working with him on it.
They better. He's gonna be their fucking champion soon.
And you know what? It's great because he's still keeping what makes him awesome, which is like, I'm weird. I'm kind of weird, but I kick you in the face. And I'm going to kick you in the face really fucking hard.
I mean, come on. The fucking moment of the other than Daniel Bryan, like, completely taking over that show in my mind, was him saying, have more confidence, AJ.
like, AJ, have more confidence.
He, like, totally punked him. He's like, let me guess. You're going to win with a knee to the face. And he's like, AJ, you should have more confidence in yourself. But yes, I will win from a knee to the face. Yes,
I will beat you at WrestleMania with a knee to the face. And I love it. Like, AJ's just like, this motherfucker is getting on my nerves.
Do you think he's gonna have like longevity as a champion?
Shinsuke?
For WWE, or is he gonna be like a transitional thing?
I feel like they'll put the strap on him. They'll have he's so over at this point that
I give him 3 months as champion. That's my bet. He'll hold it for 3 months. He'll have three good title reigns, and then like if there's somebody who's bigger and just bigger, and Vince McMahon likes him better, they're gonna give it to that guy.
I see his run going to like maybe SummerSlam.
Okay.
Which is like around 3 months, like you said. Maybe Survivor Series, and then someone takes the strap off of him.
And I don't think they should do that, to be honest. I think they should give him like a good 6-7 month run.
The only reason I think they're doing that is because you need to build another storyline. And he's great, But I'm thinking about who they're going to build storyline around next. And that's
well, they don't know how to book faces, so I think that will follow suit with Shinsuke Nakamura.
I think what's going to happen is Shinsuke's going to hold the title for a while, and then either Bobby Roode or Drew McIntyre is going to come up and take it away from him.
Drew McIntyre wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I think because they're very high on McIntyre. They're super high on him.
I wouldn't be disappointed if Drew McIntyre did it in a heel way and built a storyline.
He was supposed to get called up the night he got injured.
Ooh.
That's why he was always supposed to lose that match.
Yeah.
Like he was going to lose that match,
but not lose with an injury.
Yeah, not lose. He just got injured. He took the DDT wrong. You know, and it's just like, all right, that sucks. But like, he's coming back after Mania.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
How long would you give Reigns? Also, I'm just curious.
I would see Reigns running with that belt until maybe.
I see 6 months.
I see
because the fans will. So 2 things are going to happen.
Yeah.
He's either going to be a success as a face like they want, which I mean, what's the likelihood of that?
Right.
Or 2, the fans are going to get more and more rabid against him.
Right.
And then he's either going to turn full tilt heel and then hold it even longer.
Right.
Or he's going to get it dropped and lose it to like fucking Sheamus or somebody who's a heel.
I feel like he's going to hold it, turn full tilt heel, and they're going to build someone else to take it off of him at next Mania.
Like Finn Balor.
Probably Balor.
Or Seth Rollins.
Or Rollins, yeah. Balor, Rollins, possibly even Dean, even though they don't necessarily love him. I can see Dean he's over with the fans. People love him.
Well, especially if he's out now, he's gonna come back with a new energy.
The return pop is gonna be fucking gigantic.
He's gonna have a lot of energy coming in.
Yeah,
he was kind of getting a little lackluster.
Sure, because they were kind of messing up his gimmick a little bit.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on the card. Well, not the card, but the talking points that we decided we were going to talk about. Let's talk about 205 Live. 205
Live has been amazing lately. Amazing. Like, I was skeptical when Triple H first took over because I think we were both skeptical. We were both like, I don't know.
When you told me to watch the match, I said, okay, fine. I'll give it a chance because I know these guys can do it because I remember how great the Cruiserweight Classic was.
Yes.
So what did I do? I turned it on. I watched it before we filmed this episode because that's the only thing I didn't watch this week. I watched NXT. I watched Raw and SmackDown, obviously. I did my reviews. And then I watched this and I'm like, fuck, this is good.
It was...
What a good match. Wow.
Storytelling, like classic wrestling storytelling
to the maximum.
Yeah, amazing.
I mean, everything from him telling the ref to count him outside to him smashing his head in the turnbuckle. It is a turnbuckle, but the outside turnbuckle, like Mustafa Ali flipping and falling on his face, like selling it so well.
Pure like baby face, with scrappy baby face crawling back into the ring. Storytelling.
He was mud hole stomping. Mustafa Ali. I mean, this had it all. If you were a true wrestling fan, which if you're listening to this point in the show, we're like an hour in, we know you're a real wrestling fan. Go treat yourself and watch this 205 Live semifinal match for the WrestleMania match. Like, it felt like not only were they competing for the title, but they were competing for their spot on WrestleMania.
It was. So this is the thing that I loved about. I've been loving about 205 Live lately. Is that it not just feels like the Cruiserweight Classic again, but it feels more. It feels like more because the Cruiserweight Classic was like its own self-contained thing, and it was like kind of like the Mae Young Classic. It was like nice, but it was like you could clearly they had certain people they wanted to get over. Right? It feels like after Enzo got fired, they were like, fuck, what do? We lost our guy who we were using to sell all our merch and to carry this show. So what they were forced to do, and Vince McMahon realized he couldn't do it because he didn't really get it, was that you have to build new stars now. I have to make, and he, like Vince, of course, He's like, oh, these guys are all small. What am I going to do?
I don't know what to do with these guys.
Yeah, he just threw it up his hands and was like, fuck this.
Triple H is like, I got it.
And Triple H is like, no, I got this. I understand. I get it. And he said, I'm going to focus on the
Triple H does know how to build them up from ground floor now.
He's like, I'm going to focus on the action. I'm going to tell really great stories in the ring. Not like these fucking like soap opera stories. I'm going to tell stories in the ring. And all these stories,
NJPW, like ROH,
yep. And all these stories are being told in the ring, and it's like while the match is happening, these stories are being told, and they're building up these wrestlers' personalities without them having to get on the mic and do a convoluted story with like the Zoe Train and. The king of the cruiserweights.
Well, look, here's what I do like. I agree with you. Here's what I do like, though, that they're not necessarily getting on the mic and like cutting a promo, but they're telling their own background story, like as a outside ring vignette where it's like, look, I don't like being called a loser. I don't like being called this, and I want this. This is important to me. So you get that hype in there, without them, and it's edited, sure, but it doesn't matter. It's getting the fucking point across. No, so whether these guys can cut promos on the mic or not,
sure,
they're doing a promo.
Yeah, no, and it's like they can cut promos on the mic. That's not the point. The point is like this. The show's an hour, right? And the show's been an hour since its inception. So you have to get as much story across as possible in an hour with as much wrestling in it as possible in an hour. This is not Raw with 3 hours where you can
speak. Yes, exactly.
Where you can like malaise around and be like, and then like maybe try to pay it off in the third hour. You have to tell the story in that 1 hour. Yeah.
And now I would say that this is not a hindrance. They're not putting the cruiserweights on Raw or SmackDown.
No.
This is a blessing, actually.
Yeah.
Because it means like the only way you could watch these guys is you got to go to this show and watch them.
And now the story that they're telling, the stories that they're telling in the ring. Again, in the ring, they haven't given up completely on the backstage vignettes. They still happen, but like the story the character motivation. The story is being told in the ring. The wrestlers are telling their stories in the ring. Hideo Itami is telling his story in the ring. He's like, I want respect. I'm the best here. Fuck everyone. He's like, fuck these stupid lucha guys with their fucking dumb masks. Like, I'm going to kick the crap out of you.
Right.
So, well, what, you don't like because I'm too rough? I don't care. Hey, I'm going to kick you in the head a bunch and smack you in the face because that's the kind of person I am. Drew Gulak's like, I don't like flyers. Like, I can't fly. Like, I'm not a big, like, off-the-rope guys. And you know what?
He's an Arn Anderson. He's just a smaller Arn Anderson.
He's like, you know what? You're an idiot for getting up on top of the ropes. And I'm going to show you why you're an idiot as I beat you mercilessly.
That's actually, well, here's the other thing is, like, that's also JR's take on it.
Yeah.
Because JR is like, why would you ever want to leave your feet?
Yeah.
You're vulnerable.
Sure. And, like, that's fine. Because it's like, it gives conflicting styles, clashing styles, a chance to tell different stories, right? When it's like just flippy dippy guys doing flippy dippy shit, you're like, okay, you start calling out the spots.
Well, not only that, but your brain starts to tune it out a little bit. It's just like, you can't digest it quick enough.
Yeah, like when they were doing 205 live matches on Raw, I started calling spots. I'd be like, okay, he's
gonna run out. And
okay, Tope can hold it. All right, okay, another Tope. All right, Mustafa Ali's gonna do like a big flip off that. Okay, bam, bam. All right, finisher. Fake pin, finisher, pin, win. After match beat up, like that was literally how it ran. Like it was like clockwork.
Yeah.
Now, the matches are like, holy shit, I don't know who's gonna win this. Whereas like Roderick Strong hits his finish, and then Cedric puts his foot on the ropes. Then Cedric hits the lumbar check, but then like Roderick Strong grabs the rope. You're like, oh my god, what's going on?
Right.
And, like this match should have ended like at least 5 minutes ago in my head, but I don't want it to end, and I'm actually kind of happy it's still going, and it ends with a roll up, and you're like, holy shit, that still was awesome.
Right.
Where you're like, oh crap, I'm actually counting the 10 count with the referee on the outside of the ring as Mustafa Ali tries to get back in the ring, which is something I don't think anyone's done in a really long time.
Yeah, like say I want the countdown victory. I don't care. I'm a heel. I just want to win. I want my spot at WrestleMania. Exactly. I don't care.
Where the crowd is engaging.
Oh, they were really into that match.
Yeah, I mean, they're chanting Mustafa Ali's name.
Yep.
They're like, and like people are like, oh crap! Like, they're all counting to 10 as this guy is like scrapping to get back in the ring. That's engagement that you can't get
unless you're working for it.
Yeah, unless like they are buying into the match. And there's two ways to get them to buy into the match. Either the storyline is really strong or the storytelling in the ring is really strong. And the second one is always better than the first one. You know, it's always better. It's ideal if you can get both. If you can get both, then you get 5-star matches. That's how you get a that's how you get a 5-star match. You know, that's how like you get
you'll get a WrestleMania 15 match with Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yeah, that's how you get a Shawn Michaels Undertaker match where you're like, okay, the storyline in this match is amazing, and the storytelling in the ring is amazing. You know, that's how you get those matches. But
where you have Shawn Michaels basically wandering around the rest of the year going, I know I could beat Undertaker at Mania.
Yeah. I feel like I can do it.
I feel like I could do it.
I feel like you can do it. You know, but it's like,
yeah, but let's go beat up the Spirit Squad.
It's not really fun. I feel like I can beat Taker. You know, but like that's how you get that story. That's how you get those matches. But if you can't have both, you might as well have really great storytelling in the fucking ring, because
then that can lead to that major story.
Exactly.
It's like I feel like I could beat the other guy.
Yeah.
I feel like I could beat Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, like it's like if you can get the fans into your story just from what you're doing in the ring, it makes whatever you say on the mic and whatever angle the booker throws at you that much easier. It's so much easier to build a angle around people that the fans are actively engaging with,
right, than
it is to build around people that people don't care about. That's why, you know, I love Titus Worldwide, but when they come out, it's like dead spot. Just like meow, meow. No one, like, it's just like even when they're wrestling and they're doing really good things, it's like people are just like, yeah.
Who do you think Braun Strowman's tag partner is going to be?
These hands?
No, he has to get a partner.
Does he have
that's Angle said he had to legally get a partner. Who does he get? I don't think he gets I think he should get a Heath Slater type, like a Kurt Hawkins.
Maybe Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe might be coming back soon.
Then they're never going to lose the title, or they shouldn't lose the title unless they fight each other too much.
That would be fun.
Then you could lose the title.
Samoa.
I also I don't want to skip the 205 Live stuff we were just talking about too much, because I don't know why, but Braun Strowman just popped in my head about his partner. Yeah. But I want to ask about Adrian Neville coming back potentially.
He's apparently been they've been talking WWE, and like they're very close. Apparently he might be coming back after Mania.
Right.
So
where do you think that leads the future of this division? We got a new cruiserweight champion. Probably Cedric gets it, right?
Cedric, yeah.
I mean, Ali will get it eventually. But Cedric for now, and then Neville comes back, and
Neville's like, that title's mine.
Sure,
he should come back and be like, you know what they should do? They should, like I said this before. I said this before to myself. I said they should have Neville come back, and he should just be like, he should just come back to the ring. People should be cheering him. He should be like, what are you cheering for? Do you think I came back for you? You know, he should just completely kill the crowd by saying that. Just like, wait, what? Did you think I came back for you? I was gone for 7 months. I didn't care.
None of you cared.
No, like, I didn't care if you guys saw me or not.
And none of you cared back.
And none of you cared. Like, you know why I left? I left because Enzo was right when he said that I've been champion for 9 months and I never even sniffed the third hour of Raw. He was right when he said nobody cared. You guys didn't care. Now you're cheering me? Devil. No, I don't chant my name. I'm not your champion. I'm not here for you guys. All right? I'm the king of the cruiserweights. You know, you guys don't respect the cruiserweights. No one respects the cruiserweights, but that's going to change. I'm going to make sure it changes. He should come back and be like straight up like Killmonger and be like, I'm going to make sure that everyone respects the cruiserweights. Like 205 Live is not.
Did you just make a Black Panther?
I kind of did, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I kind of did. Because I started like realizing that how similar he could be to that kind of gimmick, where it's just like
he can do it easily.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna make you guys respect. I'm not only gonna make the fans respect. I'm gonna make everyone in this company respect us. And I'm gonna do it one, and he should go out like start beating up like Heath Slater, beating up like guys on the main roster. Like,
well, that's all I ever wanted.
Like,
for
yeah,
the cruiserweights.
but like not as like, you know, in matches. Like, he should just run out and be like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Right.
And then people are like, "What are you doing, Adrian?" And he's just like, I'm doing what I should have done when I was here 6 months ago. I'm taking my spot. I'm showing you guys what the cruiserweights are.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
storyline.
And it's like
because he acknowledges the glass ceiling.
Yep.
And then says, "I'm going to shatter the shit out of this glass ceiling."
Yeah. And like, you know, he should beat up Seth Rollins. He should beat up, and he should get like a little army with him, like Drew Gulak, blah blah blah. All these people were like, you know what? I'm tired of cruiserweights.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about factionizing the 205 Live roster?
Yeah.
Similar to the Nexus roster?
Yeah.
That was a spin-off of the original NXT show?
Yeah, except that they should be like, you know what? Except they should be like, you know what?
I love it.
They should be like, you know what? Like 205 Live, we're not part of WWE. We don't need you. We don't want you to be a part of you.
The NWO.
Yeah, like not even like
I love it.
Like that, not even NWO. Like, you know, and like,
but that is though.
Yeah, that is.
That is exactly the NWO angle.
Yeah, and then like they should just go. I mean, like hell, they should fucking jump fucking Braun Strowman. Like the Shield can beat a Braun Strowman, but somehow like 6 guys can't beat a Braun Strowman.
No,
come on. Like they and it's like as you make Adrian Neville.
I mean, yeah, he'll have a good fight with them, but he should lose.
Yeah,
and that's also what I said with regard to Braun Strowman in the bar. Is like, look, you know, if it's just the 2 of them, they should be able to beat Braun Strowman easily.
They should, yeah. And it's like, to me, it's like that is how you get not because
you'll get attention on the cruiserweights in the right way, because now they're a dangerous force, you know, and maybe you even have Adrian Neville beat like whoever the IC champion is, like Seth Rollins, and then just and then what? Yeah. What does he do?
And then you have people you call people up from NXT who are cruiserweights, and like some of them join 205 that 205 fashion. Some of them join the main roster, and they're like, who are you with? Are you with them or are you with us? And, you know, the guy's just like, I just want to wrestle. Like Johnny Gargano, like, who are you? Who are you with? You with them or you with us? You know, and
it's so great to do things like this. Though. Like this is the kind, because it creates major stakes, and you don't have to have as many titles. Like this is a perfect time to maybe do this, because there's only 3 titles to a roster right now.
Yeah.
Plus the cruiserweight, which has its own thing, and you know, whatever. But like that's kind of a brilliant way to do it. Yeah, and like he could even win the IC title and then throw it away.
Yeah, just be like, I don't want it.
You know, like the same way Shane Douglas did with the NWA title. He's like, I don't give a crap about this. I want the ECW title. That's my title.
Like, this is my title. Like he's like.
Now you're elevating the brand.
He's like 205. Like, were you trying to say I'm too small to wrestle you? Like, no. I'm too good to wrestle you.
There you go. It doesn't matter what my weight is.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter what my
weight is.
Rey
Mysterio was under 200 pounds, and he won the World Heavyweight Championship.
Eddie Guerrero, blah, blah. Just rattle off all the names. I mean, you can't really bring Chris Benoit, but like Dean Malenko, Eddie, you could just rattle off names. Like all these people you said were too small. Daniel Bryan. Like, look at you now. Like, look at you guys. Like, look at you guys now. You know, he's like.
It's very true, man.
And it's like you can tell that story and then get 205 Live over, integrate it with the main roster more, have it feel like it's its own thing and a part of the main roster, without making it.
And it's a threat.
And it's a threat. And there's not this sense of, you're already trying to bring this sort of unity.
I mean, I think they tried to sort of do that with the X Division, because it was like a mixture of cruiserweight and hardcore and I think this is the way you do it.
Yes.
We've been posing the question, how do you get 205 Live over for months now? And I think you finally solved it, Mr. Black.
Well, what they're doing right now is really good. It's heading it in the right direction. They just need to take that final step where...
Well, this is now developing a storyline around it, which it doesn't have right now. Right now, it's just in-ring storytelling.
Yes, which is great. Yes, it's great. It's what it should be, the bread and butter on it.
Now, look, if it stays this way that it is, and it's going to be telling great stories in-ring, your main event is your main event, and that's it. Fine. I mean, we're going to a point of dual-branded pay-per-view, so like there's obviously a spot for them.
Yes, integrate everything. It makes better storylines.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I think what you're proposing is a bit ballsy for WWE.
I feel like H would go for it.
H would go for it if somebody proposed it to him, but I don't even think anybody's on your level right now of factionizing 205 Live. Yeah. You know, because then it almost stands for like them losing the show, and you know, maybe they're just like a faction now. You know,
I don't see why you don't have Drake Maverick actually fucking lead it. Like, have Drake Maverick come on and be like, you know what? We just had
Neville's the leader, though.
Yeah,
Neville
should be the ring
he's
leader.
like the Bischoff.
Yeah,
he'd be the Bischoff.
Yeah, Drake Maverick. They should come out and they'd be like, Drake Maverick, you need to take care of this. You need to gain control of the situation.
Yeah, and then he'll play along like, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
And then
Triple H, I'm taking care of it right now. Yeah, and then they like beat up Triple H or something like that.
They beat up Triple H, and then he comes out. He's like, yeah, who do you think told him to do it? Like, you think I came to WWE so I could be like the general manager of some little show? No, I told him what to do. I told him to take over. Yeah, like this.
Oh, and then 205 Live is taking over.
Where he's like, I saw the way you treated them. You think I didn't see the way you treated people? Like have him be like.
It could work very easily. It could very easily work. Yeah, all right. Maybe it's a bunch of cruiserweights beating the shit out of big guys, but you know what? That's kind of like the stigma of the Napoleon complex. Is like, even though Napoleon was actually tall and it was a fabrication that he was short, but whatever. The Napoleon complex is still yet a thing where a short guy is like, he wants to prove he's tough.
Right. I mean, you can, and it's like, just because somebody is 190 doesn't make them short. Like, there's plenty of
Tony Nese is big and tall.
Yeah,
but he's just lean.
Yeah,
that's it.
Look, you can have like a bigger guy on a 205 to be like a pseudo enforcer. Like, it's not out of the question. Bobby Fish is a bigger dude. You know. So like, you can tell the stories. You can have that story and make it work, and they shouldn't have.
Okay, I was wrong about Tony Nese. He's like 5'9", but whatever. I'm like 5'9", and I'm big.
Tommaso Ciampa is like what, 6'2",
something like that.
Yeah. So it's like, you can tell that story. That story can be told, and it should be told. It gets your division over.
He's 5'11", Tommaso Ciampa.
Okay. Nah, that's too bad. He feels taller, like when you see him on.
He does look tall. Yeah, he looks tall on TV. I mean, everybody kind of looks larger than life, Yeah. So it's like, and then you can have like Ricochet. Tommaso Ciampa's younger than I am.
You could have Ricochet come up and be your fucking uber babyface cruiserweight,
and try to fight the NWO. Yeah, sure.
And like, he'll be like your Rey Mysterio. Like, because that's what you want. You want a new Rey Mysterio. Everyone knows that's what you want. And like, who better than... Like,
so, you know what? I have a name already for this faction.
What?
And you do it with 5 guys.
Yeah.
The Live 5.
Live 5.
You know what I mean?
5. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, actually, yeah.
The Live 5.
Yeah. In my opinion, I don't know if they'll ever do it.
No, they won't. But I love it.
Yeah, it's a way to get that division the respect it deserves. And it makes them important. And once Brock Lesnar's gone... You'll have Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman will really be like the only gigantic man there. So, the idea of little men banding together and beating up everyone is not that fucking far-fetched.
No, it's not.
And it's like, particularly you have someone who has the charisma and aggressiveness to carry it off, it will actually go well.
Sure.
And it could become a very hot storyline. That you don't need an Enzo Amore for.
Right. Yeah, you don't need like a big major draw, but at the same time,
you can build draws off of that. You can build draws out of that. You can build people who are like suddenly you have a real live babyface.
I mean, look at what the NWO did for Scott Norton.
Exactly. Oh, God. Who really got built up from the NWO? Who became somebody?
Honestly, I don't know. Goldberg, probably.
Goldberg, yeah. DDP kind of got big before resisting the.
They put DDP over, yeah. They definitely did, but I don't know. I don't think anybody really got built up who wasn't already in it. The NWO kind of just built up the brand.
Yeah.
But was really the deal.
Didn't the NWO end up putting Booker T over to get the title? No, that was a fucking...
Booker T did become a main eventer through WCW.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly why.
He beat... I know he's...
I'd stopped watching long before Booker T's main event run.
I know he beat Scott Steiner for the title.
Steiner Recliner.
The Steiner Recliner.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett was in NWO, right?
Yes.
That was weird. All right, let's just go. Let's take it home.
Yes.
And let's take it home with this potential Cena versus Taker match.
Ooh.
At WrestleMania 34, which has it been announced at all? No.
Ooh.
It has not been announced. That would be match 12 currently if it gets on the card.
Ooh.
Do you think it's happening? I think it's happening.
It's happening.
Is Kane an answer? Is Kane coming down and chokeslamming John Cena an answer? Like, shut up. Yes, Taker's coming. Or is it shut up, I'm sick of hearing your mouth?
A little bit of both. It's going to be really sweet to see Undertaker riding as American Badass.
Do you think he's going to be American Badass Undertaker?
I think he's going to come in with Rolling.
Oh my God! You never know.
Or like I am American Badass.
The Kid Rock one.
Yeah, because they are inducting Kid. Oh shit, they're inducting Kid Rock to the Hall of Fame. I totally forgot about that. Oh yeah, makes absolute fucking sense.
Yeah,
actually,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, because he's gonna be there ready to get inducted to the Hall of Fame for God knows what.
Sure.
And then I am American Badass.
Yeah, that could be true.
Yeah,
but I'm looking forward to the Kane feud. It kind of feels like Kane's a little relevant now that he's fighting Cena.
He's gonna take the mask off.
Because you always get that big match feel with Big Match John, right?
He's gonna take the mask off, and it's gonna be Taker probably.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
He's gonna come out with like the old Kane outfit where like he had full sleeve arms, so you can't see the tattoos.
Oh man, that would be interesting.
Yeah, and then he's gonna choke slam him. And you're gonna be like, he'll take out the mask.
Wait, didn't he do that once already?
Yeah, I did. Like, John, you wanted the match, you're gonna get it. You're gonna rest.
Keep rolling. Yeah.
You're like, you done it now.
Do they still have that fucking music? The license to Rollin'?
I'm sure.
Hands up, hands in.
Hands up, hands in.
Wait, wasn't Fred Durst in the video game?
Yes, he was.
Oh my fucking God.
Keep rolling.
Come on. That song is dope. I don't give a fuck. That shit stood the test of time for me.
The Ruthless Aggression. Is that the Ruthless Aggression era?
Yeah, like hardcore Ruthless Aggression era.
Ruthless Aggression era.
So, like, that was like 2000.
The big dog in the yard.
They were still kind of calling it the Attitude Era then in 2000, but like in 2001 was like the hard Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah, we need Ruthless Aggression. There
was like a cusping point, and like 2000, 2001 was Ruthless Aggression cusp.
I could definitely see him come out to like with the Kid Rock being like, I am American Badass, you know, like and then like Taker shows up, and you're like, oh no, it's Taker.
So they should get Fred Durst out of retirement then too, you know.
Oh my goodness. No.
Where's Fred Durst these days?
I think he's doing all right. He's living life somewhere.
I mean, is he making any kind of music? Is he producing music? Like, what is he doing? Who knows?
Who cares?
I think that's the operative answer.
Does anyone really care at this point?
I kind of do.
You're just being kind. You're just being nice because we're on
curious.
Radio. You're being kind because we're on the radio.
No, I really would say this even off the air. I'm curious.
I actually have nothing against Fred Durst. He's made one song in my life that I've actually still kind of like and still
I like all his songs.
I still sing to myself when I'm really angry. It's called Break Stuff.
Yeah, just one of those days.
When you, oh my God, when I'm like really pissed off, that song just rings in my head.
I like Faith too. I mean, Rollin' is fucking awesome.
Rollin'.
What's that? There was a song that they used to promote the Stone Cold and Rock feud, which was amazing. You think you're special.
That song, yeah.
I could see it in your eyes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That song's fucking just one more fight about your leadership. And I will straight
I think you're talking about
leave
My
your
Way.
shit. Yeah.
My Way.
That was a fucking great song, dude.
Highway. Oh my God.
That song, dude, tell me that song's bad.
We're
with a straight face.
We're legitimately nerding out about 90s alt metal.
So? We're fucking
90s
it's
rap.
not even 90s, it's 2000s.
2000s rap metal.
Yeah, that was good shit.
I can't because I just remember Korn. Every time I think of Limp Bizkit,
I went to see Korn. Korn's fucking amazing.
I went to see Korn too. Korn is probably one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, are you literally going to tell me with a straight face that My Way is specifically used to promote that Rock Stone Cold fucking feud is a bad song?
I wouldn't say it's a bad song. It was also in Fast and the Furious, the first one. So
yeah, this time I'm gonna let it all come out. Oh, it's so good. I don't care. Fuck anybody who doesn't think like Limp Bizkit was a good band. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, wow. You're gonna fight. You're gonna get to so many fights.
You know what? Fucking write in to wearesmart@gmail.com. Okay,
Yeah.
fucking write to me on Twitter and fucking hashtag it. Limp Bizkit sucks. You suck, Shannon. Okay? On my Twitter @ILikeSmarks. Fucking do all that. Go onto my Facebook at facebook.com/ILikeSmarks and say, hey, Shannon, hashtag Limp Bizkit sucks. And if you are under the age of like 20, I believe that you believe that. Because you're a fucking child and you don't know any better.
I you know what? I have no actual negative feelings towards Limp Bizkit.
Why would you? It was great.
I have no like super.
Do you have no positive feelings?
I have no super positive feelings about them either.
You mean you don't remember being a teenager?
I know. I remember
and enjoying your life.
Is
your life so fucked up now?
I'm willing to admit that like my first as a black guy from Brooklyn, my first introduction to rock music was Limp Bizkit.
Wait, you're black? What?
Was Limp Bizkit. I'm willing to admit that. Like, I'm absolutely be like my first introduction to like rock music was Limp Bizkit and Korn, because you're from the hood.
All right. The mean streets of Canarsie.
Mean streets of Canarsie. Actually, that's not true.
It is pretty mean over there, though.
It
sounds like I'm making a joke, like the Mean Street Posse, like the Mean Streets of Greenwich. But it is pretty bad over there.
I feel
sometimes.
like I spent way more of my formative years in Bushwick than I did in Canarsie. So.
Oh yeah, Bushwick was not okay.
Yeah. So. I mean, like, a lot of people who live in Bushwick now are like, yeah, what are you talking about? It's such a nice place to live. It's like, yeah.
You don't know what happened 10 years ago. You don't know what happened 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a crime zone. Bushwick.
I mean, it was an interesting place. It was,
and this is how we wrap up the podcast. It's like, we're going to talk about fucking Limp Bizkit and Bushwick.
Yeah.
And the mean streets of Canarsie.
The mean streets of Canarsie.
But in any event,
right.
Like I said, you can write to us either way at those specific locations. At wearesmarks@gmail.com and at ILikeSmarks on Twitter, and not say Limp Bizkit sucks, just say hi.
Yes.
Say anything. And I guess that's it, really. Anything else you want to talk about? We're not close enough to WrestleMania to make WrestleMania predictions yet.
No.
We're also not close enough to WrestleMania to talk about Supercard. So
no,
it's gonna be dope when it happens. Cody versus Kenny. So
I think we've got to a good space. All right.
And Daniel Bryan's back.
Woo! I think we got to a good place.
Yep. All right. Well, that is the latest edition of Smark Tank. And now you can check us out on Amazon Echo as of like 5 minutes ago, I think. It's at least on my flash briefing. So if you want to wake up in the morning and just like say, hey, Alexa, play this, play my flash briefing of Smark Tank. You can do that, I think. Yes. I'm very excited. I worked hard on this. I'm really proud of myself that this happened.
Please listen and write in and tell Shannon that
he should go fuck himself.
Limp Bizkit sucks.
Fuck you.
No, help him. Save him now.
Look, you know what? I'm going to post that fucking promo with Stone Cold and The Rock and that Limp Bizkit song and tell me that shit is not fucking awesome. And if you can tell me that with a straight face, you're an asshole. That's it. I don't know.
I did it all for the nookie. Yeah, nookie. So you can take that cookie. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
No. How about some Disturbed?
Disturbed is fucking no. You're not gonna say anything.
I like Disturbed. I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna do that. We're gonna have a podcast next week.
Let's talk about some vintage Linkin Park. Came in right at the tail end.
Stop it! I love Linkin Park.
Tail end of the
hybrid theory and Meteora.
Rap metal. Now they not rap metal anymore.
You want to talk about some real fucking Skindred?
Skindred was my shit.
Oh, Skindred was so good.
I still fuck with Skindred to this day.
Yo.
I will fight people for Skindred. I will throw hands for Skindred. Skindred was the shit.
Fuck yeah, Skindred, baby.
Yeah,
fucking Skindred.
POD with the Christian rap.
You know what? I can still fuck with Alive. I feel so alive.
How did this conversation get this way? I don't know where we are.
Because we're ending the podcast now. That's why.
Who else?
We are ending the podcast now.
Seven Dust.
But that's not rap metal.
It's not. But it's kind of.
It's like Living Color, where it's black guys doing metal.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
They do get pigeonholed into that like alt metal sort of zone a lot.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Seven Dust was like
that was
amazing.
My stuff. Yeah, that was my shit.
In any event, thank you very much for listening to the Smark Tank. If you have anything to say about our band stuff and you want us to talk more about bands, you can let us know next week and we might do that. But with that being said, I will be putting up those weekly, daily post-Raw, post-SmackDown podcast. So listen to that. And we'll be doing this long-form stuff once a week. And I look forward to hearing from you guys and seeing that you guys download. In any event, that's the Smark Tank.
Later, guys.